We are taking a close look this morning at a disturbing and potentially dangerous eating disorder that affects more than 10% of young American children. It's called pica, a condition where the kids crave inedible objects like cardboard and glass. And ABC's Andrea Canning is here with the story of one little girl who nearly died from the addiction.
Yeah, well, George, little Natalie Hayhurst, the girl who we met, actually ate a light bulb out of the nightlight in her bedroom. And she pretty much eats anything she can get her hands on. It's a disorder called pica that leaves people craving everything from toilet paper to couch cushions.
Natalie Hayhurst looks like your average adorable 3-year-old. She plays with makeup, loves Justin Bieber, and playing with her big brother on their farm outside Terre Haute, Indiana.
You got Cheerios?
But when it comes to food, well, Cheerios aren't exactly the most popular item on the menu.
All right.
Did you eat this? You're not supposed to eat the box.
Since we've been here, we've seen her eating the Nerds box, the cardboard, trying to eat a lamp. What else does Natalie like to eat?
Well, when I first noticed it was a problem, not something that was typical, was when she actually had eaten my vinyl blinds that hang up to cover your sliding door. She took 2 bites out of them.
Natalie suffers from a rare condition called pica. Her mother, Colleen, says she has a never-ending compulsion to eat things that aren't food.
Can you show me something? You want to pick up something that you might eat? You would eat a twig? You ate a brick? You tried to eat a brick?
She prefers like the wood, paper products, cardboard, sticks, and rocks, dirt. She's had a bite out of a Diet Coke can. She's eaten the little magnet out of the shower curtain, plastic bottles, toys.
Run to the tree.
Any parent knows it's hard enough watching a 3-year-old, but try watching one who wants to eat everything in sight.
You can't take your eye off of her, because if you do, she knows it, and she'll try to eat something when she knows you're not looking.
Do you fear that Natalie could die from this?
Yes, I do, if she eats the wrong thing.
In February, Natalie was rushed to the emergency room after eating a light bulb.
She had moved her entertainment center and pulled the light bulb out of the nightlight while I was doing dishes at night. She was in bed. I assumed she was asleep. And she had eaten all the glass. I was pretty much almost hysterical.
Doctors performed surgery to help remove the glass.
Hello, Natalie.
When Colleen took Natalie to her pediatrician for a checkup and explained what was going on, Dr. Lily Dela Cruz knew this was something that went beyond typical toddler behavior.
When she mentioned that she was eating broken glass and wood, then I said, this is probably no longer within normal. So I thought of referring her to a developmental behavioral specialist.
While pica is more common in young children, over 10% of kids aged 1 to 6 are believed to have some form of the disorder. Adults are not immune. Adele Edwards consumes couches like they're candy. She's gone through 7 sofas in the past 21 years. Her story was profiled on the TLC reality show My Strange Addiction, where people eat everything from chalk to household cleaners. For Keisha, it's toilet paper. She's been addicted to 2-ply since the 6th grade.
A bulky roll with the 2-ply, I can probably take down half the roll in one day. I carry it with me in my purse.
Pica is the Latin word for magpie, a bird that will eat anything. And doctors say these unusual cravings can be triggered by lack of certain nutrients like iron or zinc. Some just crave the texture of the material in their mouths. For Natalie, who has a healthy appetite for normal food, it's believed to be psychological. In addition to working with a therapist to curb her cravings,
Do you want your spray?
at home, her mother sprays her tongue with this sour spray, which helps satisfy her constant need to put things in her mouth. And Natalie chews on biting sticks. She also has what the family calls her pica box, full of textured toys that stimulate her senses. Colleen is now reaching out to help other moms and their children going through the same difficult experience she struggles to cope with every day.
It's very sad. There's nights I've cried myself to sleep feeling helpless. My kids are my world, and I care about helping other people that are in the same boat as me.
Pica is one symptom, or can be a symptom, of autism, but Natalie has not been tested for that disorder yet. She does suffer from insomnia and ADHD, and as she gets older, she understands more and more that what she is doing is wrong, but she can't help herself. You know, and we saw her hiding and trying to hide things while we were there.
It's so hard for such a little girl. Now, that's a very serious form of this condition, but most kids just outgrow it.
Most kids do it, and the number is really high of how many kids have this, and it is confusing because my 1.5-year-old puts everything in her mouth, still, everything.
Kids do.
So now I'm like, does my child have pica? Well, probably not, and yes, the hope is that most children will outgrow it, and you know, I remember my older one stopped putting things in her mouth by 2, so maybe that's
pretty
a barometer.
early. Good for you, Andrea Canning. Thanks very much.